Hi everyone, happy full moon. I'm back here with your full moon reading, duh. So we're gonna take a look at the energies that surround the full moon. But before we get into it, as usual, I'm gonna be talking about a little bit about this upcoming full moon and what energies surround it. So it's gonna be in the sign of Leo in the nakshatra of Purva Falguni. Now, Purva Falguni is ruled by Venus, right? So anytime there is a full moon, it means that the sun and the moon are opposite, which means the opposite sign of Leo is Aquarius, right? So Venus and the sun are in Aquarius. By the way, guys, I use sidereal astrology if you guys are unaware of that. I am a Vedic sidereal person, in case I talk about that. But yeah, but everything can give us insight into the energies that surround us, right? And by the way, you guys, if you guys are interested in birth chart readings, I do offer them now on my website and 8th House Studio. I'll link it down below. And if you guys are already supporters of Patreon, Patreon supporters always get 44% off every service. So go check it out, as well as my study guide to become the damn oracle. Okay, that's also included in your Patreon subscribing, whatever, like Patreon subscription or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. Or you could just purchase it on my website, but I promise you it's worth it. It comes with a video and a study guide, and it helps you look at the tarot in a way that you have never looked at it before for a lot of you guys. And you know, I've received excellent reviews on it. So I don't want to toot my own horn, but I am pretty happy about that one. Well, anyways, so go check it out. But this Purva Falguni is this, it's ruled by Venus. So it's all about like luxury and having fun and getting creative, right? But the Purva Falguni, the symbol for it is a swinging hammock or the two front legs of a bed. Anytime I think about Purva Falguni, I kind of think about that little pug from Pocahontas. Do you remember him? He's like sitting on his little, you know, cushion or bed, and he's just eating those grapes. Like, that's what you should be doing right now, is you should be relaxing. You should kind of allow yourself to heal and relax and rejuvenate, because there are a lot of changes that are coming up, especially when it comes to the external, you know, as a humanity, as a collective, there's a lot of changes. There's always changes coming up, but I'm saying that in order to find inner peace within the chaotic change that is constantly surrounding us, you need to go within, you need to revitalize, you need to relax, okay? You got to do things that you find enjoyment in and happiness in. That's all about the, you know, Leo, first of all, it rules the 5th house, right? The 5th house is about creativity, learning, having fun, your inner child, right? And children. So it's a really good time to like play games. And, you know, what I was thinking the other day is that we have kind of drifted away from this whole notion of manifesting, because there has been just so many like videos on like manifesting in ways you've never seen before, like unique way, never heard before, techniques. And it's like, it really isn't about the technique, it's about the intention. And I think we have been kind of inundated with it for a while, for a few years there, especially since it has become such a like mainstream thing, that we have kind of, I think, you know, we got to go back to it. We got to go back to in the truest sense of the nature of manifesting, which is that our true authentic state is bliss and happiness, right? Not in a superficial way, like, look at me, I'm happy, but, well, you can be, but I'm saying, I hope I'm making sense here. Sometimes I dig my own hole, grave. But then it's just like, what I mean to say is that the intention is important, and we have this power to create our own reality. And I guess that gets overused, but with this full moon, I kind of just want to tell you that we have been going through such a dense and oh my gosh, we have been going through so much, right? Collectively and as an individual basis too. It has had an effect on every single person. So don't get discouraged. We're coming out of it. I feel this whole rebirth. I know in my TikTok video that I put up, I was talking about like coming out of a birth canal. Like it almost feels that way. Birth is pain. There's a reason why, you know, babies are born and they're crying. You know what I mean? And the mom is just like pushing and going through pain. It's like coming into this earth is painful, and being here is painful. There are joys and there are happiness, but it's not meant to be easy, because our soul, this is our, you know, school, basically. Being on earth, it's our school, and we got to learn. You know, we go through a lot of ups and downs and all of that kind of stuff, right? But basically, going back to this full moon, sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. You could skip ahead if you're not interested. I will show you the cards in just a second. But it's about, you know, Purva Falguni and Leo, Venus and this Leo energy. It's just about having fun, creativity. Anybody who has Purva Falguni in their chart, like prominently, whether it's ascendant or moon or whatever, maybe sun even, are people who are really good at influencing the masses, are people who are, you know, great at music, art, creativity, performance, drama, all that kind of stuff, right? So you see this in Madonna, I believe, has ascendant and moon in I forgot, I'm sorry. I think that's the case, that she has ascendant and moon in Purva Falguni. But I know she might be a bit ahead of a lot of your time, including my own too. But I do know from just like watch back in the day, like watching MTV and stuff, like what happened to MTV? But it's just like she had such an impact, her style, her everything, you know, for such a long time. It wasn't just a short burst. Like she still has it, you know what I mean? And so, and a lot of artists took inspiration from her. So what I mean to say is, like, you know, this full moon is about awakening that within you as well, right? Purva Falguni is a good time to kind of enjoy the fruit of your trees, okay? And you enjoy it. It's ripe right now. It's a time to enjoy it. It's time to, you don't have to wait on it. It's time to relax and rejuvenate and take care of yourself. And in that way, you really do, it's such a radical thing to do. Like it might seem like an everyday thing, but in this world today, it is a big thing to do, is to work on yourself, is to take care of yourself. And in that way, you really do create an influence, okay, onto other people. So yeah, great time to do that. And there could be some chaos that surrounds you. As I said, it's an ongoing, it's forever, right? But true inner peace can be found by just quieting the mind and going within. And that's going to be something that gives you bliss and clarity in your life. So I think that's what I wanted to say. But yeah, I'll show you guys the choices here. I'm doing it this style just to switch it up. I just want to have fun. This full moon is about having fun. So I don't know what this has to do with the horizontal or vertical situation of my filming, but I'm just switching it up. Okay, guys, so it might be opposite to you guys, but it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to go out of frame so you can see it better. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's start with number 1. I'm going to put these other ones to the side. All right, number 1, your energy for the upcoming full moon. Boom. 25 service. Okay, so this is your heart center. This is where you're working from, is your true purpose in this life that you're awakening to, or you feel such a pull towards, you know, wanting to be of service to other people in your own very way that you can in this world. And so you might find that in this full moon, like I said earlier in the introduction, if you have not heard about the full moon, is that it's about revitalizing. It's about taking care of your heart center, going within despite the chaos of the external world. And that really does have a long-term effect and influence on the people that surround you. And that in that way you become a really great role model as well. So with the service card, I feel like, you might be pulled towards being of service to other people with this full moon, upcoming full moon. Okay. It might be that somebody does come in and help you out as well. We have the Queen of Swords. It might be because you give or offer really great ideas or advice to people around you. You have great ideas. You have a great intellect and wisdom to share with other people. We have the Ace of Coins. In fact, this May, and I did talk about like how we need to go back to manifesting. We need to go back to realizing that our words have really a profound power, okay? And with this Ace of Coin and the Queen of Swords, in the Ace of Wands, I'm telling you guys, and please ignore my little bangs here, is that your ideas or what you got going on in your mind right now could really potentially turn into prosperity for you, okay? Purva Falguni, enjoying the fruits of your tree. Okay, it's really ripe right now. I talked about that. And I want you to know it applies to you guys in this way, is that there's some physical changes coming up in your life, okay? Something is actually within is changing, but it as within, so without, they say. So whatever's happening internally, you're going to see a reflection of it externally, right? Which means that if your mind is right, if you're thinking right, if you're surrounding yourself with the right type of mentality and attitudes, and you're taking the right action, then what's going to come your way is passion and excitement and financial prosperity even. Purva Falguni does promise prosperity. And I feel like this full moon is trying to teach you something about prosperity, teach you something about your life direction and your life purpose, teach you something about your passions, and give you more confidence when it comes to your ideas and your thoughts and your intellect, right? And give you ideas in which direction should you move towards. I'm using some of the dice here. Oh, okay. Well, we got Aquarius, which is the opposite sign, right? We talked about earlier, and the 8. You can't see that, number 8. And what I feel for you is this: it's like with the service in Aquarius, you really are trying to be of service to humanity. You're trying to make some positive changes in your direct environment, or even a bigger environment, whatever it is. Or it could be your family, your friends, it could be your workplace, whatever it is that you're trying to incite and bring about some positive changes, some new changes, some great changes for the future. Sorry, I keep saying changes because of the 8. There's some sort of transformation that could be coming up in your immediate environment, or the people you associate with yourself, associate with, and all of that. But there's also blessings that are coming in through this change and transformation you're going through, because ultimately I think you're thinking more in a very scientific way, meaning that I think you're thinking more in a way of boom, 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 this is what I got to do, right? So that's also the Queen of Aquarius, is that she really can get analytical and break things down to really tasks, like what do I need to do right now, right? And what do I need to do to better ensure my future, right? A better future for myself. And that's what I feel like the Queen of Swords is saying. And not in such a fluffy way, although you can be. I'm just saying the Aquarius and the Queen of Swords, not so much in a fluffy way, but it's like, this is, you have the ability to think outside the box right now. Some great ideas are coming to you. And, really get down to the nitty gritty of how you're going to execute some of these transformation and changes that you want to bring about in your life or in your immediate environment. Okay. And for some of you, this is about, learning about some things related to the occult. And the more you go into it, the more you dedicate yourself to spirituality or the different means of connecting with yourself. And there's some great growth that comes from that, right? That's what the Ace of Wands is talking about. So yeah, I really think that get creative, start manifesting, go back to it all, because don't give up. Things are coming, things are changing, okay? Sorry if I'm stumbling on my, breathe. Sorry if I'm stumbling on my words. That's what I see, okay? All right. All right, so let's go into number two. Let me take a sip of my tea. All right, number two. Boom. Group number two. What is your message for the full moon? Transformation. Look at that. Okay. So there's definitely changes that you guys are facing right now. I think you guys are alchemizing and transforming some of the, excuse me, some of the pain that you may have experienced, or you're definitely turning it into something positive here. That's definitely what I see here with this transformation. Seven of Wands here. Yeah, and this is coming out reversed, by the way, guys. So definitely it's something that has taken you away from your main focus. And so your person, your inner being is like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. I feel like there needs to be some changes that work for me, not against me. And in order for me to do this, I need to step away from some of the distractions and some of the habits that you have become accustomed to that are working against you. It's really time to evaluate that with this full moon, okay? So take some rest, revitalize. You guys have been working a little too hard, whether it's actual sense of work or your mind is like in overdrive. So, you know, time to take care of yourself, okay? Put yourself as a priority, basically, is what it's saying. And we got the Five of Coins here. You guys are, and then we have the King of Wands. You guys do feel like, my gosh, yeah, they're all mixed up. There's tons of reversals, but there's also uprights. So yeah, they're all coming out reversed. There is a stuck energy here, group number two. You got to change. You got to alchemize. You got to take what is giving you pain right now, what is giving you grief, what is giving you stress or anxiety, and you got to change that into something that's positive, okay? And I know it's easier said than done. I always say this, but you have to start putting your mindset on the positivity, okay? Not in the toxic positivity. It's your true state of bliss, your true state of happiness is the true state of health, okay? So you guys have been feeling kind of unhealthy, whether it's physically or whether it's mentally or whatever the heck it is. I'm getting packages left and right today. Thank you. Okay, that's kind of weird. Like, what? What are they? I don't even know. But anyways, the Seven of Wands, I didn't order anything. Two of Coins and the King of Wands. Basically, you guys have been working, and you guys are like, what am I doing? Like, is this showing any type of, you know, I talked about earlier, the fruit of the tree. That's what you're supposed to be enjoying right now. But you feel like, I'm working so much, and where's the fruit on the tree? Like, is this even an apple tree? Because I'm starting to doubt if it's even an apple tree, because I'm not seeing anything on this damn tree. This is the kind of mindset that you might be feeling right now, which is totally human, totally okay. We don't need toxic positivity here. But at the same time, your real sense of positivity, real sense of happiness and bliss needs to be awakened. You know, there's some kind of an ego thing here. There's something that you feel really, really tied to, like the base necessity that you feel are not being met in your life. Time to take care of your health, okay? Time to take care of really listening to what your desires are, not in a sense of trying to chase the bag, you know, that type of desire, but in a sense of like, I just want to have the peace in order for me to really understand what my soul really needs. And at times it's hard when all the chaotic stuff is happening around us, right? So the transformation is asking you with this full moon to transform, and we got the lion there as well, right? Which is the Leo energy. Step into your power, step into your creativity. You know, you have a big heart, and time to remember that, you know. I think some of you guys, like, because of the stress, your breathing has been so shallow. Like, you gotta just take a deep breath, do some breathing exercises, and come back to yourself, okay? And that is how you're going to start to feel a lot better with this full moon, all right? That's group number 2. Where did I put the other one? Okay. And actually, group number 2, I'm going to roll some dice here for you. Okay, so there are blessings coming to you. There are blessings definitely coming to you. But with this Venus energy too, you have to just kind of step away from whatever it is that's giving you anxiety and stress. Not because you're ignoring it. Sometimes you just got to put it away for a while, okay? Some of you guys have been putting it away for way too long that it's kind of boiling up to the surface. You can't ignore it anymore. Some of you guys, you just need a temporary break, okay? Just 24 hours of putting that aside and focusing on something else that you really do enjoy, which you really find happiness and joy in, which you find gives you that sense of like happiness. That's something you got to focus on. But there are definitely improvements coming up. Your financial situation will improve for a lot of you guys. This is a general reading, keep in mind, but there's going to be a lot of improvement in terms of the material sense. I definitely see that, okay? And there could be support coming your way as well. You might have to reconsider your associations, okay? All right, group number 3. Oops, sorry. I flipped it for everyone else, but for you guys, I already showed it. There you go. Letting go, the number 17. Okay. And for you guys, I feel like, you know, the full moon is about letting go, right? And so this hits the mark here. You guys have to let go of something. Okay. And it might be some things that are going on in your minds. I feel like your mind is telling you to let go of some things that you need to focus on, okay? Or let go of distractions, or let go of like mental pollutants, okay? You know, we're always craving stimulation in this world. I find myself opening an app, not because there's a true purpose behind opening an app, but because my finger just goes to it. My mind just wants that stimulation. And I have stopped looking at my phone first thing in the morning. I'm a late bloomer. I know everyone has been talking about this and everything like that. We're just like, no, I use my phone as an alarm. It shouldn't be there. It's not a big deal. But like, I literally started to put, not literally, I actually started to put my phone away. And I feel so much better, like in a different room. And I'm thinking about just getting an alarm clock in the bedroom and just reading. Like, it quiets my mind so much. And some of you guys really need to let go of distractions, because that's what's giving you anxiety, okay? Or you need to let go of this idea that you have about yourself that is not working for you, okay? All right. Yeah, we have strength here. The full moon is in the sign of Leo. And you need to sort of transform this idea that you have about something into something that it brings you more, you know, this sense of creativity. I feel like you guys are really, really getting really creative with this full moon. The strength and the Empress, you know, you got that energy of Venus supporting you with also the sun, or the Leo energy, which means that this is your time to shine, okay? But this is about you, like you actually making progress or some changes in your life. And it's not so much about like sitting behind the lines anymore. So you guys need to step up to this leadership quality that you have. You guys need to step into your creativity. You guys need to step into your femininity or receptivity, and really awaken that strength within yourself. And you got to let go of this idea that you have that you're never gonna measure up to it or something like that, because there are energies that are supporting you. You guys are coming out of a time of stagnancy, okay? Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords, yeah. So it's like owning your independence, owning your own creativity and your own voice is going to lead you to this new beginning here. There's definitely actual physical action that you need to take about something, and there's also physical things coming to your let me breathe. There are actual physical I cannot speak. There are actually, oh, my Lord, please help me. There's actual physical changes coming up in your life, both internally but also externally. I definitely see that. But before you do that, you got to let go of this like negative attachment or idea that you have about something, or this distraction that's holding you back from owning your power. Okay, I'm gonna roll some dice here. But yeah, it's definitely an end of an era for you guys. End of an era for sure. You guys are slowly but surely moving into something here that could be really, really beneficial for you in terms of finding more stability in your life. But we got the, yeah. So you guys are becoming overly analytical about something. That's what's stopping you. You guys are overly analytical about your own freaking talents, your own freaking abilities. It's like, what is it, you know? You guys are not a follower. You guys are meant to be a leader. But for some reason you're stuck in this idea of like thinking badly about yourself or your ability or whatever it is. And I feel like, you know, you got to come out of that being overly analytical about it, because what's going to help you is to really also work on your communication skills, like the way that you speak about yourself, to yourself, and the way that you present yourself in the world. You guys really have a great talent of that, you know, creative writing or just writing, or, you know, expressing or whatever it is. Like, you gotta like exercise that ability to express yourself, and before you know it, this comes, you know, second nature to yourself. I think when you were younger it came a lot easier, but then throughout the bullshit of life, you know, you may have been kind of like, this idea has been put into your mind. Like for me, I talk about this a lot, but I used to think I was the dumbest person ever, and I might be, but I wasn't as dumb as I thought. I was made to believe, or I made myself believe that I was dumb because of my learning disabilities. You know what I mean? And when I have put myself in the real world working and stuff like that, I realized that it really wasn't that I was stupid or dumb. It just was that I learned differently. Okay. And I have the ability to reach heights. I have the ability to teach people too. Not in this sense, but like at work, like the other jobs that I used to have, like, you know, I was teaching people. So it's not like that I was dumb. So you kind of have to break this pattern of what you're starting to think about yourself, group number 3, because you're not at all who you think you are. If you're thinking of yourself in a negative way, if you're thinking of yourself in a positive way, keep going. This is a general reading. I love that for you. But some of you guys have become overly too much in your head, and you realize that, you know, as you practice communication, as you practice the skills that you have, your creativity, as you start working on your inner child with the 5 number that's coming up here, you're gonna start to feel a lot more aligned with who you really are at the core of you. You know, not what you have made yourself believe that you are. So I do see great changes coming here for you guys. Okay, group number 3. All right, just let go. Bye.